Spurs defender Mickey van de Ven on his home debut against Manchester United said it was incredible. What is football without risks? Talking about Ange Postecoglou, he said he's a lovely guy. We feel like one family. Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano stated that Hugo Lloris will not be joining Lazio in this transfer window as he did not want to be a backup option. And various reports today are stating that Spurs are planning a bid for Nottingham Forest star Brennan Johnson, and Spurs could offer a number of players in exchange. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. This is another edition of Tottenham News where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit the subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. And just before I get into it, the nominations for the Football Content Awards 2023 are now open. If you'd like to vote for this channel or indeed the Spurs Chat podcast, all of the details are below. Your support is very much appreciated. Now let's start with some comments from new defender Mickey van de Ven, who of course made his home Premier League debut at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in our 2-0 win against Manchester United on Saturday. Talking about that win against United at the weekend, he said it was incredible, everything. The atmosphere was amazing, the team performance, we held the 0 and scored 2 goals. So yes, an amazing feeling. The fans were amazing, and of course, it's really important if you can to get the 3 points in the first home game. I'm really happy about the game and how important it was. Yes, it was really important. I really want more of it. It was incredible to be here, incredible. Last week, the fans also sung my name, but here, when you hear it in the home stadium, it is a childhood dream. Mickey van de Ven then went on to talk about the style under Ange Postecoglou. He has said, I love it. I love to play with the ball, and the trainer gives us so much trust to play with the ball. It's not just when we play with the ball, he's shouting from the sideline that we have to play long. He always says, keep calm, keep playing. And with the high line, with Christian Romero and me, Pedro and Destiny, yes, it's a high line, but we know the timing, when to go back. We trained on this all week. Yes, it is a risk, but what is football without a risk? It's different when the fullback is going inside, and it gives us an extra man in midfield so we can play out, and it worked really well. Now we have to stay with both feet on the ground and keep playing as we are doing, but I'm happy people will have a smile on their faces for the rest of the week. New Tottenham Hotspur defender Mickey van de Ven was on TalkSport talking about new boss Ange Postecoglou. He said he's such a lovely guy. He is so good for all of us. He's quiet, but he's straight in with what he wants. He is very clear. Everything is clear for everyone in the dressing room, and everyone in the team knows what he has to do and what he's expecting from us. He's a sweet guy, a lovely guy, but he's straight and he knows what he wants to be and what he expects from us in the way of playing. He has a good vibe with everyone. He has a good relationship with everyone. And I think that the team loves him and we feel like one big family. And I think that's really important. I think how we play now, every player in the team loves the way of playing under him, the way he thinks about football. We feel each other and we know what he wants and we know what he expects from us. So we do what he wants. And I think he also looks at how we think about it. So it's not only one way, but from both ways. And I think that will help the team and the manager also develop everyone. Now for a report from the Daily Mail, all about Tottenham Hotspur target Brennan Johnson. They have stated that Tottenham are preparing to launch a bid for Forest forward Brennan Johnson, with the £50 million rated Welsh international preferring a move to Spurs over Chelsea and West Ham. The report then goes on to say that Tottenham are preparing to launch their bid for Forest forward Brennan Johnson. The Wales international is valued at around £50 million by Forest, who have already rejected offers over £35 million from Brentford during this window. Chelsea and West Ham have also been considering bids for the 22-year-old flyer, but his preference, should he go, is understood to be Tottenham. They are readying an offer which could yet include players, as Forest are struggling to land all of their targets. Centre-back Davinson Sanchez is one possibility, though. There are a number of other fringe players that Tottenham are willing to trade if they can fit into Forest's wage structure. Also in the report, it says that Tottenham want an extra goal threat following the sale of Harry Kane to Bayern Munich. They want pace too and believe that Johnson has the right profile of being able to fit their system and play across the front line. Johnson is understood to prefer Tottenham as he believes he will have a greater chance of playing on a regular basis and establishing himself. Now, there has been lots of talk and speculation about Hugo Lloris being in talks with Lazio about a possible move from Tottenham Hotspur this summer. Well, Fabrizio Romano has just stated that Lazio will not be signing Hugo Lloris this summer. It was never close to happening as the French goalkeeper didn't want to be the backup option. Now, my thoughts on all of these stories in today's episode. Let's start by talking about Mickey van der Ven's comments. What lovely comments about the head coach and Postecoglou. What lovely comments about his teammates and what lovely comments about the fans. I tell you what, these new signings of ours, Maddison, Vicario and Van der Ven in particular, those three, every single time that they open their mouths, they say the right thing and they say great things as well, great comments. And, you know, for what Van der Ven said in these interviews, these very recent interviews, we feel like one family. I tell you what, that is music to the ears of the management, everyone at Spurs, the fans. You know, everyone is on board with this new project at the moment, and everyone is loving it. And it seems that the all of the players are buying into what Ange Postecoglou is doing. They're certainly listening to what he wants and what he's demanding, and it does feel like one family so quickly. We're 2 games in. I've said on this channel many times, you know, in the last couple of days that I'm not going to get carried away. I'm not getting carried away at the moment. We've had 2 good performances. You know, there is a lot more to do, but the mood is back. The mood is really, really good amongst this fan base, and we haven't had the mood like this for some time. And when the players are, you know, all buying into it, the fans are all buying into it, it's great. It is really, really great to hear. It is great to see. The atmosphere was incredible on Saturday at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I haven't seen or heard the atmosphere for some time, you know, at home, which was really, really nice. And even after the game, everyone, it was like a party. It was so great. You know, everyone was in such a good mood. Everyone was singing Ange Postecoglou's name. Basuma was dancing at the end. It just meant so much to every single player to get the 3 points in the Premier League on Saturday, which was so nice to see. Let's come on to talk about Fabrizio Romano's comments about Hugo Lloris. I hope that Hugo Lloris does find a club in the very, very near future because, of course, the transfer deadline day is just around the corner. It is on the 1st of September. Not long to go now. I feel like, and I've said this so often as well, or so many times recently, that you know we've got so many players to offload. You know, 1 or 2 or 3, 4, perhaps. Probably exaggerating and probably hoping a little bit there, you know, to come in. But players to go out the door, there are a hell of a lot to go out the door. Spurs have got a lot of work to do in the next couple of days. I know I keep saying it, but it just doesn't seem like we're offloading players. You know, so far, Harry Winks has gone out the door. It seems like a long time ago. Harry Kane, of course, has gone out the door. But so many more players do need to go out the door. You know, Hugo Lloris won't be getting any game time in a Tottenham Hotspur shirt if he stayed at the club. So it'll be an interesting situation in the next few days. Let's come on to talk about Spurs are planning a bid for Brennan Johnson, a good young player. I know a lot of Spurs fans at the moment are turning their nose up at this possible signing. I think if Spurs could get the right deal for Brennan Johnson, i.e. signing the player and offloading some players who Spurs don't want anymore. Ange Postecoglou, you know, players that he's not going to fit into his system, not going to get any game time under him. And, you know, these players want moves and they want to stay in the Premier League, then I think that it could be a good option for all parties. It could be good for the club. It could be good for Nottingham Forest because, you know, they need new additions in their squad to, you know, stay in the Premier League for next season. And, of course, Spurs want to offload these players. There's no point keeping players if they're not going to get any game time or be any use to the head coach that we've got. But Brennan Johnson, I think that he could play in a number of different positions. I do think that he could fit into Postecoglou's system. He is a young player. You know, Postecoglou at the moment is certainly building a good young squad. to plan for the future. He's gone on a 4-year deal. We've got one of the youngest one of the youngest squads, one of the youngest teams in the Premier League right now. And it's exciting. And I think that Brennan Johnson would add to that excitement in this Spurs squad. And we definitely do need other options up top. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, come on you Spurs.